Hey guys, welcome back to the last week of the Every Bit Counts Challenge 2024. So I started out the month really good, and I had a couple days here and there along the way when I was working or just had worked the night before and was tired, and I did skip a few. So the last week I actually only did 4 things, and one of them actually carried over till the first, but I did it. So this week I preserved some smoked pork, I did some bell peppers, I did a chicken divan freezer meal, and I preserved some turkey broth from a turkey we cooked over the weekend. So this is my recap. I think I'm going to put together a playlist of all of my Every Bit Counts Challenge videos from all 3 years. I may throw in a couple of favorites that I came across from other YouTubers, maybe something from Jessica from Three Rivers Homestead since she started it. But this is my wrap up for the Every Bit Counts Challenge. Thanks so much for joining me. The last couple days are in this reel, and be sure to watch, be sure to subscribe, be sure to leave me a comment. Thanks so much. Alrighty, today is Sunday, I believe it's the 25th, day 25 of the Every Bit Counts Challenge, and I have just been skipping a couple days here and there depending on my work schedule, but I'm really trying to plug away. So my local butcher shop / produce market that I love to go to had bone-in Boston butts on sale for $1.69 a pound. So I grabbed 2 of them yesterday. They were in 2 packs. You had to grab 2 to get that price anyway. Yesterday morning, and Salty got them in the smoker. So today we had lunch. I have 8 bags, vacuum bags. I always call them sucker bags. I had 8 vacuum bags sealed up, ready to go in the freezer. I have 1 Ziploc for dinner for tomorrow night. We're going to have some pork tacos. And we had lunch today, and I have enough for pork sandwiches tonight also. So that was a pretty good day of preserving. I'm going to run these to the freezer and get these in the fridge, and we'll see what I can get done tomorrow. Okay, today is Monday, August 26th, day 26 of the Every Bit Counts Challenge. Nothing big today. I am going to work later. I picked up another bag for $2 a bag of yellow peppers at my little store. I'm going to cut these up. I'm going to save some for dinner tonight, and then I'm going to cut the rest up and get them in the freezer. So that's it for me today. Right, here we go. That's them all ready to go to the freezer. This one had too many bad spots on it. Now, to be fair, I did buy these 2 days ago, and they were in my too cold fridge, and they started to freeze a little bit, and this one was like totally mushy, so I didn't use that one. And one of them had a couple of these little brown spots inside, but I don't think that was because it was older. I think that was probably would have been there if it would have been fresh too. So this is what I got going in. It's about a half of that gallon bag that they were in, and I am perfectly fine with that. I'm going to actually squeeze the air out and flatten them out and flash freeze them in the freezer. Okay, today is Thursday, August 29th, day 29 of the Every Bit Counts Challenge. I made some chicken divan for dinner tonight, and the DF is for dairy-free. There is cheese on top, just a little bit of Parmesan, but the sauce was made dairy-free. So basically it's chicken, it's a sauce with some curry powder, it's broccoli, it's rice, it's a casserole. I made 2. If I'm making 1, I may as well make 2. So this one is going into the freezer. So that is my Every Bit Counts Challenge for today. Alrighty. Today is the 31st of August. It's the last day of the Every Bit Counts Challenge, but I will probably add tomorrow's video into before I post the end of the challenge. So last night I cooked a turkey. I had 2 turkeys still left in my freezer from when I stocked up at Thanksgiving time last year, and I need to get them out of there and use them. So last night we roasted a turkey in my my roaster. And we had it for dinner last night. Now, this was a $7 turkey. I got it, on crazy sale at Thanksgiving time, like we all like to do. We had dinner last night. We had lunch today. And I've got enough in the freezer from what I've picked off of this already, and there's still a lot of meat here. I still have quite a bit in the fridge, enough for probably 6 more meals, plus some scraps for the dogs. So today I'm getting this started as broth. I have this bag of these little itty bitty mini carrots that just didn't grow that I pulled out last year. So that's going to be my carrots in there this time. I have a bag of onion top and skins, some celery stumps, and then a bunch of okra that was too big to eat. And those are going in just like that. And then I've got one lone celery, I guess it's called a rib. One lone celery rib that is looking a little sad. We're just going to throw him in there too. I'm going to fill this up. I'm going to fill this up with water, and I'm going to let it cook overnight. So then tomorrow I will can my turkey broth. So that's it for Every Bit Counts Challenge for today. Alrighty, welcome everybody. Today is the last day of the Every Bit Count Challenge for me. I had to put it off for an extra day. Today's September 1st, but this is my last item for the Every Bit Counts Challenge, and I actually started it yesterday. So this is my broth that's been going since yesterday afternoon. It's been going for about 24 hours. I'm going to pour this off into a pot through my big colander, like my just regular spaghetti colander, and then as I can it, oh, wishbone, and then as I can it, whew, that was hot. Here's the wishbone. It's been off for a few minutes, so it's not still boiling, but there was the wishbone, and then as I can it, I will put it through one of my little, what do they call them, wire sieves. It fits right in my canning funnel. I'm going to do quarts today because usually I do pints, but a lot of the recipes I use call for a quart or more. So I'm going to do quarts today. I'm running low on pint jars anyway, and I have plenty of quarts, so I will be canning in quarts today. I have my pressure canner on the stove ready to go, and I'm going to go filter this off and I'll be back. Okay, here we go. So I just set my colander on top of this, and then I have 4 jars here. I didn't have enough hot water in my little tiny kitchen hot water heater to heat up all of them, so I'll do 4 at a time. So then I just put my funnel in. I've got this handy little guy here, and that'll strain out anything else that needs to come out. And honestly, I don't think these little floaties would hurt anybody anyway, but I need to leave 1-inch headspace. Which on regular mouth jars is usually about when it hits the bottom of the funnel. I'll double check it, but that should be about right. I used to filter this through cheesecloth, but I really don't see a point to that. I mean, it's boiled for 24 hours. It's going to pressure can for 25 minutes. I'm sure there is nothing in there that needs to be filtered out any further than this. So my canner, my Presto canner, I'm using the, I think it's an 18 quart today. That will hold seven quart jars. So I'm going to get some vinegar and I'm going to wipe the lids. I'm going to wipe the rims. I'm going to put the lids and the rings on. I'm going to get these in the canner. I'm going to sort out some more broth in this pot, and then I'm going to come back and do the other 3. So I just have a little bit of white vinegar on a piece of paper towel here. I know some people use like a washcloth or a rag, but just use a paper towel. Works just fine. Alright, make sure there's no grease on there because this broth is a little bit greasy. Put my rings on, my lids on, my rings finger tight. Oop, bumped the camera. And what that means is tips of my fingers. I don't want to crank them down. I know some people, when they start to turn, they stop. I go just a hair tighter than that. These are going to go in the canner, and I'll be back with to finish up the rest. Okay, here we go. I've got the other 3 jars ready to go. I've got another pot full of broth. I think I'm going to have quite a bit left. I'll have to figure out how much I have left to decide if I want to run a second canner load. I think I have to have at least 2 for my canner to be considered a full load. Maybe I should have used the 23 and then I could use the other one for the smaller load. I like to use the smaller one because it heats up faster, it comes to pressure faster. Especially with quarts in there, it'll take no time at all. I still have broth left in my roaster too, so I'll have to see how much is there. There was a lot of meat left on those bones, and I'm going to pick through those in a little bit. As soon as they start to cool off, I'm going to pick off some of the bigger pieces. I'm going to either have them for us or for the dogs. I'll see what the flavor is on them. Sometimes they get just kind of dried out, and it's not really something I want to eat. But I would like to give the dogs little bonuses in there. I mean, they ate regular dog food, but we like to give them little bonuses in there too. Sorry about that little bump. Get another paper towel. I think this one's a little full. I'm going to check that. Just a little bit. There we go. I'll wipe that again, just to be sure. Alright, last 3. There we go. These are going in, and I'll be back. There's all 7 jars in my canner. I'm going to put the lid on. I'm going to bring the temp up, and once it comes to venting steam, I'll vent it for 10 minutes, and then I'll put my weight on, and I will can these for 25 minutes after they come up to pressure. 11 pounds of pressure for my elevation. This is what I have left. This is my big spaghetti pot. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have enough for another load. I'm not going to film that. I'll do it after this one is done. But, yeah, it's going to be a good day. Alright, y'all, I measured it out. This is what I have left. So this is a ½ gallon, this is a quart, this is a pint. So really, I've got 3 quarts plus a pint, because once I leave proper head space, because these don't have head space. I think that one will fill up, and I'll just process it at the same as the quart times. If it's not quite enough, I'll just throw a little bit of water in to top it off. It won't affect anything. I've done that before. So the canner is going. I'm on my 10 minutes venting with the steam, and I'll be back. Alrighty, my canner has come to pressure. If I was using strictly the gauge, I would want to keep it at 11 pounds of pressure, and I would really have to watch it. Since I have the 10-pound weight, though, I can just listen. I don't have to watch it because it jiggles at 10 pounds, so it'll stay pretty close to 10 pounds. It's at 11 on the gauge, which is perfect, but I can just do other things in the kitchen and just keep listening, and as long as I hear it making that noise, we're good. Alrighty, there's the second load in the canner. I'm going to put the lid on, same thing, 10 minutes vent, bring it up to pressure, 25 minutes. I know this one is a pint, but I'll pressure can it at the bigger time. It'll be fine. I can do extra time, but I can't do less time. Not safely. Alrighty, there it is. This is the first 7 quarts. They're still bubbling that I put in. This is the last 3.5 that I just pulled out of the canner. These are still bubbling. Oh, these are still bubbling. That is it for me for the Every Bit Counts challenge. Thanks so much for joining me.